1, 2, 3, check mic, 1, 2, Football Friday. How long till we're on?
60 seconds.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's have a good one.
Dave, can you come talk to the guys for a minute, please?
Unbelievable. Gentlemen, the test of any team is how they react to fear. Now, they say the other stations are pretty good, but I think we're better. We're going to shoot. We're going to edit. Actually, you're going to shoot and you're going to edit. I'm going to do my makeup. We're not going to use tripods because they're for wimps. And when that ball goes up in the air, men, we're going to zoom in and focus. We're going to shoot me from the waist up because I'm wearing tennis shoes. We're going to go, go, go. And we're not going to stop until it's time for a commercial because that rent won't pay itself. Right, men? We're going to fight, fight, fight. And above all, win one for the Gipper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Gipper. We're going to win one for the Emmy.
Whoa.
Don't touch that.
Friday night, Cuban lights kicked it off now. Fans are crazed, making plays, scoring touchdowns. Feel the hits, feel the blitz, come to play. Here we go, time for football Friday.
Welcome to Dave White Chevrolet Football Friday. Also brought to you by Owens Community College, Goodwill Industries of Northwest Ohio, First Federal Bank, and St. Francis de Sales High School.
And now, here's Dave Holmes.
Welcome to the season premiere of Dave White Chevrolet Football Friday. Welcome to East Lansing, where the Buckeyes and the Spartans will kick off at the top of the hour.
At Quicken Loans Arena, at the Indianapolis 500, at Lucas Oil Stadium, at Comerica Park, at Soldier Field, at First Energy Stadium.
Welcome to the Thunder in the Hills.
At Nationwide Arena, at Colts Camp in Anderson, Indiana, at Michigan International Speedway, in Detroit, at Bankers Life Fieldhouse,
At Steelers Training Camp.
in Ann Arbor, back at Ford Field, back for the MAC Championship game, in Chicago, at Big Ten Football Media Day, at Joe Louis Arena.
So unique. Haven't seen it like this before. A lot like the Big House last year. Just a really cool experience.
At Ohio Stadium. Good morning from Western Michigan. At the Big House with the Red Wings. At Millett Hall.
Welcome to the Northwest Ohio Chevy Dealers Marathon Classic Tee-Off Show.
Good afternoon from Ada, where the Super Bowl 48 football is well underway here in the production stage.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Northwest Ohio Ford Dealers Border Battle Kickoff Show.
The party is going strong here in Cleveland just 3 hours before LeBron James tips off his second chapter with the Cavaliers.
It's only 190 miles from Ann Arbor to Columbus, but it feels like two different worlds. Ohio State and Michigan share two things, a border and a hatred. The Buckeyes are focused on a potential Final Four, while Brady Hoke is focused on a potential final game. A season of controversy for the Maize and Blue. Athletic Director Dave Brandon, gone. Shane Morris may have gotten the concussion, but the biggest headache belonged to Hoke. His Wolverines must win this game to make it to a bowl, and to do that, they'll have to walk a mile in another team's shoe. As for the Buckeyes, a season of surprises. With the exception of Ohio, nothing went according to script. Braxton Miller was supposed to shoulder the load, that is, until his shoulder gave out. With no other choice, the Buckeyes had to grin and bear it. And the Scarlet Shirt freshman has been sensational, 9 straight wins. But will that early season loss to Virginia Tech cost his team a trip to the Final Four? Or would the committee be nuts to leave them out? Bottom line, the postseason fate of both teams rests on the final 4 quarters of the season. There are games, there are rivalries, but there's only one border battle. Championships are on the line, bowl games are on the line, careers are on the line. For two teams separated by an imaginary line. The 111th edition of the Border Battle is next.
So often people think this is an individual sport, but boy, as you said, that is so far from the truth. To be a great driver, you have to have a great team. For every Martin Truex Jr., there's a Mike Herman Jr.
Good to the 13 into 3. It's clear by straightaway to the 27 into 1. We clear all the way out, clear all the way. Be 10th in line when we get out here. 9.5 minutes, 9 minutes.
The Herminator, as he's known amongst fellow spotters in the stand, grew up in racing, spent his summer nights as a kid toying around Dale Earnhardt's garage. He's a former short track driver that uses that experience for spotting in NASCAR. We caught up with Mike in August while working with the 56 team.
Keep the driver safe, you know, to alert him of what's going on around the racetrack, his surroundings in front of him and behind him. And at number one, it's all about safety. So when you know that you got the driver in your hands there, it's a lot of responsibility.
The eyes in the sky are so important to the NASCAR drivers because these cars are so different than the ones we drive. When we want to change lanes, we just look over our shoulder and see if there's a car there, but here they can't do that with the safety equipment inside the cockpit.
You're trying to watch two things at one time. You're trying to watch ahead of the driver, and that's the safety aspect. Go hard, going to be clear all the way out, clear all the way. And then the other thing is you're trying to watch around the driver, you know, when he's clear and when he's not clear in traffic. So you're constantly moving your head, you know, around to be able to look ahead and to look back. Look ahead, look back. Be rolling forward, make sure nobody takes eyes here. Stripe. So if you had eyes all around your head, you'd be much better, but, you know, you make it work.
As a spotter, you really need to be a bit of a coach, but you also have to be a bit of a psychologist, and you need to be a little bit of a fortune teller. You know, you got to predict some things. If you can do all those things, then you're a wonderful spotter, and Mike's certainly that.
Come Sunday, you'll see 43 spotters up on top of the press box, high above the track. This is one of their favorites, a great vantage point up there. And if all goes well, there won't be any miscommunication and there won't be any yellow flags, but we'll certainly see about that, boys. Let's head back up to you guys on top of the suites.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the town, there were sports fans recalling how this year went down. The banners were hung in the rafters with care, in the hopes that more banners soon would be there. The King has returned, said he made a mistake, took his talents from South Beach and moved back to the lake. While just across town, the Browns have done well, but the jury's still out on Money Manziel. In Detroit, the Tigers lineup once again loaded, but a quick playoff exit when the bullpen imploded. At the Marathon Classic, one golfer went low, the champion's a teenager named Lydia Ko. At Michigan, a disaster. The season went up in smoke. Dave Brandon is gone, and so is Coach Hoke. While down in Columbus, the Bucks winning with ease. A spot in the Final Four, but it took 3 QBs. The Bowling Green Falcons re-energized fans with 2 brand new coaches named Babers and Jans. Their rivals, the Rockets, finished up on a roll, good enough for a spot in the GoDaddy Bowl. Derek Lalone took a team that had fallen astray. His walleye playing like salmon headed the opposite way. And then there were high schools, and some of them great. Central Catholic, Tenora, and Norwalk won state. But the hockey state finals brought the crowd to its knees. Northview tied St. Ignatius after 7 OTs. Jimmy finally won in Michigan, his driving precise. While some drivers were naughty, Kevin Harvick was nice. All in all, this whole year, one of the best that we've seen. Merry Christmas to all. On to 2015. Hey there, Dave Holmes telling you about an exciting new offer. It's called Border Battle Beats. All your favorite songs rewritten, reworked about college football's biggest rivalry. Don't understand? Here's the 80s classic from Madness, Big House.
Brady wears his Saturday best. The fans are wearing maize and blue, and Blood Banner supports you. College football's biggest scene. 100,000 plus are here to cheer Wolverines. Big house in the middle of Main Street. Big house. Buckeyes come here to get beat.
All right, Dave, so why aren't these called songs? I mean, they're called beats?
Well, you know, nowadays kids like to slip on their Beats by Dre, so.
Dre?
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
Oh, so he's a physician?
How old are you? Probably old enough to remember this Johnny Cash classic, The Reign of Meyer.
Bucks are a prideful team, and the coach has a real good scheme. A man dressed in white attire, welcome to the reign of Meyer. Buckeyes love this current reign of Meyer. When Tressel left, the program was on fire, so they reached out to a Buckeye prior, the reign of Meyer.
Lee, you know it comes right after a Border Battle Saturday, don't you?
Well, Dave, for the better part of the last decade, it's meant sorrow.
Yeah, well, no, Sunday comes right after Saturday, so let's go to church with the gospel favorite, Amazing Blue.
Amazing blue, how sweet the sight that saved a friend like me. Whoa, my family wore the scarlet and gray. That's why we barely speak.
remember when Justin Timberlake brought Sexy back?
Dave, to be honest, I wasn't aware it left in the first place.
Yeah, I never got that either. Well, it's back, and it's on this new album. Here's Sexy Buck.
I'm bringing sexy bucks. Oh, you Michigan fans must be out of luck. H. The last few years, man, your record stunk. I. Your team caved in so much, you must belong. Oh, to the bridge. Maize and blue. You have no shot of winning in the shoe. Wait till you see what the Buckeyes can do. Another win this year for OSU.
So many hits on one album. Duran Duran's Hungry Like the Wolverine, the Elvis classic Maize and Blue Suede Shoes, the Disney hit Brutus and the Beast. How about Lionel Richie's 3 Times a Brady, and Poison's classic ballad Every Rose Bowl Has Its Thorn. Plus, order right now and you'll get the special TV jingle I Wish I Was an Urban Meyer winner. But now back to the greatest band who ever lived, the Beatles, and Saturday.
Saturday, maize and blue collide with scarlet and gray. Fans will cheer and yell at every play. Oh, finally, it's Saturday.
And remember, with every album sold, I'll donate 1/3 of 1% to charity.
Dave, how incredibly generous of you.
Yes, and the rest will go toward hiring a new co-anchor. We'll be right back.
I don't know if anybody saw me trip on the way in. Did anybody see that? A lesser athlete would have gone down.
Wow. Jim Harbaugh, a piece of work, very likable as well. The Toledo native now takes over the program he once played for.
My first team meeting, I was 10 minutes late to the first team meeting. Coach Schembechler told me that I would never play a single down at the University of Michigan my entire career. And then now, 2014, to come back as a football coach at the University of Michigan. I have to tell you that I have thought about that, dreamed about that since the time I was a young lad, 9, 10 years old, and throughout adult life.
Jim was likely, no, surely was a candidate for any of these pro jobs that opened yesterday. And yet, he chose to come home. At Michigan, Jim will make the same salary he was paid at the Niners. Jim has signed a 7-year deal. And a year from now, I will review the football program's progress, and the university will determine an appropriate deferred compensation arrangement.
This a family that is always focused on the daily task. They could have never imagined this. Jim's dad, Jack, played football at Bowling Green, also coached at Bowling Green, Perrysburg High School, as well as, yes, Michigan. And here's Steve Slivka with one proud papa.
We talk about the emotions. Both your sons born at Mercy Hospital, the former Mercy Hospital in Toledo. Jim born on December 23rd, 1963. There's another guy born there. His name,
John.
Urban Meyer.
Oh, was he born there?
Yes.
I did not know that.
6 months and 18 days later.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We got something going here now.
It's a rivalry, right?
There's no question about it. We're on. All that football stuff, that's insignificant. I mean, we're fighting for the championship of Mercy Hospital.
In Toledo, Ohio.
In Toledo, Ohio. What are the chances of that? Where'd you come up with that?
Research yesterday.
Oh my goodness, you're on to something.
Made a trip to the health department.
Oh, but what a great thing.
No doubt. And late this afternoon, Jim grabbed the mic at halftime of the basketball game.
This is a team effort. It's not only the alumni, it's the students, it's the student athletes. Everybody that's for us is for us.
This was a long but very simple search, and it ends with Michigan and their man. This story from Ann Arbor.
Think back when you were a little kid. There was that athlete, the one that you dreamed of meeting but probably never did. Well, this morning here at MIS, one Sprint Cup driver made that dream a reality for a little boy.
I found it.
Mason Surgener is Kyle Larson's biggest fan, or his smallest fan, depends on how you look at it.
All right.
So you can imagine how excited Mason was earlier this season when Kyle earned his first nationwide win in California.
Larson's gonna be
Last turn, last turn.
Here it comes.
Let's go, Larson.
He's going to do it. The first NASCAR Nationwide Series win for Kyle Larson.
That video made its way from Mason's home in Michigan all the way to the man behind the wheel of the 42.
That was really cool. You know, you see videos like that all the time when, you know, somebody's favorite football team wins or Dale Jr. wins or something like that. So it's cool to, you know, because I don't really think I'm that popular yet.
So Kyle Larson had a plan. This morning, Mason thought he was getting a souvenir from his favorite driver's merchandise stand. Instead, he was getting the surprise of a lifetime.
You want this big one?
Oh my gosh! I was really surprised because I don't usually get that kind of greeting.
Mason got pictures and autographs and a few more pictures and one more autograph. The 21-year-old Sprint Cup phenom with the 8-year-old video sensation.
I mean, I guess that's the cool thing about, you know, NASCAR racing is you touch a lot of people in a lot of different states and countries and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool to get to meet Mason here at Michigan, and you know, maybe if we win this week, we get him in victory lane.
It depends on qualifying, really, but anything can happen in like a, what is it, 250-lap race.
Absolutely. Now, Kyle reached out to us, the 42 Target team. They said they wanted to do this. Thanks so much. It was really cool to see. Yeah, what a game, Bill. 11 months ago, the Spartans broke the Buckeyes' hearts in the Big Ten championship game. Tonight, the exact opposite story. Ohio State 49, Michigan State 37. And the main reason why, redshirt freshman quarterback J.T. Barrett, his first big-time road test, and he was sensational, nearly perfect. Throwing for 301 yards and 3 scores. He ran for 2 more touchdowns and did not turn the ball over. He was incredible. What an effort for Ohio State. It's a bizarre scene here in East Lansing right now. About midway through the fourth quarter, the fans started to empty out. At the end of the game, all that remained were about 6,000 people dressed in scarlet and gray. They filled the sky with chants of "Let's go Bucks" before singing the Ohio State fight song. And now they're getting in their cars, driving back down Route 23 and bringing the party home to the Buckeye State. Ohio State alone on top of the Big Ten standings. They get their revenge, 49-37. Joe's going to have more on the game coming up in sports. But for now, live at Spartan Stadium, Dave Holmes, 13 ABC Action Sports.
Welcome to Dave White Chevrolet Football Friday. I'm Dave Holmes. As far as non-conference games go, it doesn't get any bigger in Northwest Ohio. Central Catholic and Perrysburg. Let's go to Joe Nugent at Steinecker Stadium.
Dave, for the longest time, Central Catholic and Whitmer were on top of that mountain here in Northwest Ohio when it came to high school football. Think about this for a second. Perrysburg goes into Whitmer. They pound them in week 1, and now the Jackets have a shot at the Irish. Is it another day at the beach for the Jackets? Well, in the student section, yes, it certainly is. And you know what? It's only 60 degrees. Second quarter, tied at 14. Perrysburg knocking on the door. Their all-state quarterback, Gus Demmerling, in from 11 yards out. He's huge. Jackets up 6. Final 2 seconds of the half from the 2. Forget the easy field goal. Trevor Hafner, the backup QB to Scott Freeman, caps off 21 unanswered. Jackets by 14 at the break. Fourth quarter, same score. Perrysburg deep in their own end. Dimmerling tries to get rid of it, but he's hit. The ball comes to Jordan Parker, and it's a walk-in pick. 6 Irish with life down 7. Dimmerling responds. 7:30 to go, and Gus does it again. Mr. Everything in, and Perrysburg makes a big statement. 35-28. That's the final. They are playing the best in the track and walking away with a smile.
Oh, it's terrific, especially in the non-league. I mean, coming out and get 2-3 big wins, honestly, from the track. I mean, it's really just a motivation and a confidence booster. And I mean, we're not going to carry on the season thinking that, you know, we're better than anybody. We're going to play hard. We can take it week by week and learn our assignments every week and just continue to get better.
It's the greatest. I can't describe how great. Unbelievable. The way these kids have fought and played, and they do exactly what you tell them to do, and they're just awesome right now.
What a job by Coach Kriegel, and a great non-conference for the Jackets. Remember, they took it to Whitmer in week 1. They take it to Central Catholic here. They are 3-0. They are rolling. They are red hot. They had the big run in the playoffs last year, and guess what, Dave? They're back again.
Yeah, you beat Whitmer and Central. You are legit. Well, someone's about to stay undefeated. Van Buren against Macomb. They played a close one. The give to Chaz Shoop. Shoop, Touchdown Panthers, but they came up short in this one. This is an incredible play. Riley Adolph avoids the sack, and he gets it to Lucas Huber. Lucas does the rest. A couple of jukes, and he's taking it to the house. What a game. Van Buren wins 34-31. North Baltimore trying to stay undefeated at home against Leipzig. Let's start with the Tigers. Lane Bishop finds Jacob Dick. Touchdown North Baltimore, but this game belonged to the Vikings. Ross Mangus chucking it down the sidelines to Nate Brecht. Show off those wheels. 64 yards, good for 6 points. Leipzig wins 41-20. Elmwood looking for his first win of the season against Toledo Christian. First quarter, Brett Freeman connects on a long pass play to Kyle Kempton. He is down at the 1-yard line. Next play, Freeman takes it in himself. Eagles up 7-zip. Royals hanging tough, though. Look at the effort from Dylan Hall. People pulling at his clothes like One Direction at an autograph signing. He's in there, but it's not enough. Toledo Christian goes on to win 49-42. Eastwood made the trip to Oak Harbor tonight. Some rowdy Rockets in the crowd, but let's start with the Eagles. The handoff to Devin Snowden. And when Snowden's not leaking info from the NSA, he's scoring touchdowns. 70 yards for Eastwood. They aren't done. Brent Geiser up the middle for another Eagles score, and they roll to the tune of 31-0. The Findlay Trojans are 2-0, but facing their biggest test of the season against Southview. It's one shell of a matchup. Findlay knocking on the door. Brandon Mule rolls out. He finds Joe Hammond. Touchdown Trojans. They lead 14-0. Southview tries to come back, 3rd and long. Screen pass to John Malik, and he makes everyone miss on defense. Big gainer. First down Cougars, but later on that drive, it's 4th down. And the Findlay defense comes up with the Stonewall stop. They go on to win 45-14. Napoleon trying to improve to 3-0 with the win over Rogers. Tell you what, Blake Dunbar has an arm. Okay, technically he has 2, but the throwing arm is more impressive. Check out that pass to Michael Gilliland, and he pays the price. Whoa. Touchdown Wildcats, they go for 2. Dunbar to Lane Schnitz-Paxton. He sneaks across the line. This one all Napoleon, 52-6. Start looking for its first win of the season against Maumee. 3rd quarter, Maumee up a point, looking for more. Brian Utter takes it himself, 20 yards for the Panther touchdown. Extra point is no good, it's 13-6. But Start's offense explodes from there. Jaquan Hughes running to the outside. Spartans win 33-13. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Springfield Blue Devils. They're 2-0, averaging 42 a game. Hosting Rossford, but let's talk about the Springfield defense. They get on the board in the 3rd quarter. Logan Gorey, the pick 6. Blue Devils up 28-zip. And here's one more interception. This time, Steph Robinson makes the play. Blue Devils still undefeated with a 28-18 win. Bowser hosting Northview. Last year, the Rebels dominated this matchup. It was closer this time around. Bowser down a field goal early, but Timothy Booth takes it in from 3 yards. Rebels up 8-3. But near the end of the first half, Northview's defense steps up. Nick Adams with the interception, and he's going the other way. Adams returns it inside the 10. That led to a field goal, and Northview goes on to win 17-14. Anthony Wayne and Perkins both coming off wins last Friday night. Big game for Josh Gordon. It's nice to see at least one Josh Gordon on the football field, right, Browns fans? Gordon is just getting started. Check out this run. Not a single Pirate got a finger on him. Gone. Touchdown Generals. Gordon ran for 181. But it's not enough. Pirates in the end zone. Tyreek Sharp fighting across the goal line. Perkins wins 28-17. Whitmer hosting Dunbar, a team from Dayton, non-conference finale for the Panthers, but the Wolverines strike first. Terrence Landers to Keyshawn Jones in the middle of the field. A missed tackle, but Jones has the balance of a Cirque du Soleil trapeze artist. Touchdown Dunbar, but here come the Panthers. Once they started rolling, it was over. Shue Sanders, jump pass to Luke Spaweek. Whitmer takes a 7-6 lead. They go on to win 48-20. It's our Buffalo Wild Wings Wild Game of the Week. Otsego and Bowling Green. The Knights won the Winged Eat contest, but the Bobcats got it done on the football field. Check out Devin Garcia. So quick with the ball. 39 yards up the sideline before he's knocked out of bounds. Later, BG finds the end zone. Garcia to Ryan Emmons. What a toss. 44 yards on the hookup. This one all Bobcats. They win 42-6. But our market research says the viewers want less of me and more of you. So here you go.
Football!